This is OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to the PE Nintendo Switch news video in my village here. We got a lot of great information for you, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So Cave Story Plus pretty much confirmed for the Nintendo Switch at this point. Nicholas already kind of confirmed this a while ago, and then they deleted that whole picture of them showing Cave Story and a bunch of other games on there that they're going to do. But at this point, looks like Cave Story Plus is confirmed for the Nintendo Switch and will be coming. So here are the details on it. So it's seeing a physical and digital release. It'll have HD graphics, 7 play modes including Wind Fortress and Boss Rush, more than 20 boss battles, 15 levels, 10 unique weapons, 4 unique endings, due out on June 20th in the United States, and it'll be $29.99. So there is another game confirmed for the Nintendo Switch from Nicholas, and of course physical and digital. That's definitely good. I have not played Cave Story enough. I've never beat the game. I played it a little bit, I think, on PC at some point, and I'm not sure why I haven't finished it, but I'll be sure to maybe review this one if I can get a review copy, stream it for you guys, because it's looking pretty cool. Obviously, Cave Story is one of those games, from what I do remember playing, that it was really fun. It's pretty much on a bunch of different platforms at this point. So yeah, you can pick it up physical or digital when it comes out on June 20th in the United States. Don't have a date for Europe or any other places, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to be very close to that date, just because of how Nintendo is doing their publishing now, where you only need to submit one form since the Nintendo Switch is region free. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. But we are moving on to the next story here, and the Nintendo Switch eShop has been upgraded a little bit, and it adds a best sellers section. So following tonight's maintenance, a new section of the Nintendo Switch has been added to the eShop. The digital store now has a best sellers category, charts in Europe, showing the best selling games. The information is based on software with the most downloads over the past 2 weeks. So at this point, we're going to go over the North America, UK, and Japanese charts. So with North America, Snipper Clips is number 1, Snake Pass number 2, number 3, Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, number 4, Fast RMX, number 5, Has Been Heroes, number 6, The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus, number 7, Zelda Breath of the Wild, number 8, ACA Neo Geo Metal Slug, number 9, Blaster Master Zero, number 10, 1-2 Switch, number 11, Neo Geo Metal Slug 3, number 12, Super Bomberman R, number 13, I Am Setsuna, number 14, Neo Geo The King of Fighters 1998, number 15, World of Goo. You will see the UK charts. It's somewhat close to the North American, but just things switched around a bit. And then going on to the Japanese charts, we have number 1, Snipper Clips, number 2, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, number 3, 1-2 Switch, number 4, Metal Slug, number 5, Metal Slug 3, number 6, Othello, number 7, The King of Fighters 1998, number 8, New Frontier Days Founding Pioneers, number 9, Super Bomberman R, number 10, Voice, number 11, Disgaea 5 Complete, number 12, Puyo Puyo Tetris, number 13, Nobunaga's Ambition, number 14, Blaster Master Zero, and number 15, The King of Fighters 1994. So those are all available if you want to check those out. Depending on the region, you just have to have a Nintendo account based on that region, and you'll be able to see all of them. I'll probably start reporting on these pretty much every single week, because there'll be new titles that are added in, depending on what's coming out for the Nintendo Switch. So look forward to the Nintendo Switch eShop charts. I look forward to more features being added into the Nintendo Switch to the eShop as the days and weeks and months go on. Some people like to forget that the Switch has only been out for a month, and yet they want everything all at once, which once again was a disaster for the Wii U. But we're going to go ahead and talk about that a little bit more in this next topic. So I did want to discuss this because at this point I'm almost dreading reviewing or previewing any type of game that isn't a freaking Resident Evil or isn't some type of major game for the Nintendo Switch, because people just start complaining. It's been about a month since the Nintendo Switch is launched. We've had news that has clearly stated what's going on with Nintendo Switch when it comes to major third-party developers, when it comes to everything, but it seems like people just don't care. They just want to come down and they just want everything announced all at once. So once again, I'm going to talk about this because people still come to my videos and start saying stuff and saying Nintendo needs to announce this, they need to announce this, they need to have all these games available at this point, and people are not realizing that that's what happened with Wii U, and that system failed, and somehow the Nintendo Switch didn't do the same thing Wii U is doing when it comes to major third parties at launch, and it's doing way better. But people are making all sorts of excuses to why it's doing better at this point, and saying that it could follow the route of the Wii U, which is stupid. But hey, let's go ahead and get into what I want to talk about here. So let's go over the launch games for the Nintendo Wii U, okay? So I'm going to let you guys notice how many big third-party titles there are on this list. So we have Assassin's Creed 3. Now, I'm going to be stripping out any of the indie titles or smaller titles or games that Nintendo made, okay? So we have Assassin's Creed 3, Batman Arkham City Armored Edition, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Darksiders 2, Disney's Epic Mickey The Power of 2, EA Sports FIFA Soccer 13, we have ESPN Sports Connection, we have Just Dance 4, we have Madden NFL 13, we have Mass Effect 3, NBA 2K 13, Ninja Gaiden 3, Razor's Edge, we have Scribblenauts Unlimited, there's a Skylanders Giants, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, there's Sing Party, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Transformers Prime, Trine 2 Director's Cut, Your Shape Fitness Evolved, Warriors Orochi 3 Hyper, and they also had Zombie U as an exclusive, which was the best game that did as far as third parties go. But notice all of the Maddens and the FIFAs and the NBA 2Ks, Mass Effect 3, Assassin's Creed, Batman, all of these games that were popular on other systems that people are saying Nintendo needs these major games. Nintendo needs these major games. And they got those major games on the Wii U, and what happened? The system still flopped. A couple weeks afterwards, what did people say? I already have these games on my PS3, my Xbox 360, my PC. Why do I need to buy them again on the Wii U? And I can guarantee you, if Nintendo decided to really put pressure on third-party developers to release a bunch of third-party games like Resident Evil, old ports, Mass Effect, whatever the case is on the Nintendo Switch at launch, I guarantee you those games would have flopped and third-party developers would have been burned once again on the Nintendo Switch because there was not enough planning put into all of these games. There was no reason to release all of these games, some of them really old ports, some of them around the time, on the Nintendo Switch at launch, and expecting everyone to go out and buy these games when many Nintendo fans already have other systems. This is not something that's not out there. This is not something that is unknown. Nintendo fans generally have other systems. I have PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I didn't buy a ton of these games as far as the Wii U goes. I bought a few of them, but a lot of them were just like, you know what I'm saying? I already played them on other systems, or they were already available at cheaper prices. People like to talk about so many different things. Oh, well, the carts are more expensive. That's why they're being charged more. So is there a reason why Mass Effect 3 was $60 on the Wii U and it was $60 for the whole trilogy on the PS3, Xbox 360, and PC? Where's the cart tax there with the Wii U? There is none. People are just making excuses as far as third-party developers go. They should be charging the same prices when it comes to things, plain and simple, because that was a problem with the Wii U, with games being $60 on Wii U and being way cheaper on PS3 and Xbox 360. There's no carts then, so I mean, it's funny how fast people forget things. But anyway, not to get off too much on that, but look at all those games that I talked about here with Darksiders, with Mass Effect and all that, and the Wii U still flopped. People were saying that it doesn't have any games. People were saying that there's not enough third-party support. People were saying all sorts of stuff. So it doesn't make sense for Nintendo to follow in the same footsteps and getting a bunch of old ports on the Nintendo Switch. Obviously, Nintendo's handling this system very different than what they did beforehand. With the Nintendo Wii U, you got some game confirmations, but there were still issues when it comes to things. With the Nintendo Switch, you're not going to get a bunch of game confirmations at this point. You're going to get a lot of indie games being confirmed because those are quickly. They don't have some type of overhead publisher to tell them you can say this, or you can't say this, or you can do this, or you can't do that. We've already seen that with Skyrim, where there's a pretty ironclad freaking NDA on there. Even after Nintendo showed it off at their October reveal event for the Nintendo Switch, that little 3-minute video, they still couldn't confirm, and I'm using air quotations there, that it was coming to Nintendo Switch because of these NDAs and all that. And we had a story about Shigeru Miyamoto saying that, hey, developers just got their dev kits when it comes to Western third parties. They just got those probably about mid last year, 2016. So you're probably not going to see games until the E3-ish and at the end. So people definitely need to be a little bit more patient when it comes to Nintendo Switch. What you're going to see in the first half has already been listed. You're going to see a lot of first-party content, from Legend of Zelda obviously launching with it, to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We have Lego City, not necessarily a first-party game, but a game that Nintendo published on the Wii U. We're also going to have stuff like Street Fighter. We're also going to have ARMS, Prime, Splatoon 2. So there is going to be major first-party content there, and I think that's the reason why the Nintendo Switch is doing better than the Wii U did at the beginning. Yes, that's great to have Assassin's Creed, to have Batman, to have all these games, but how many people are going to buy it? And is that the reason why you're going to buy a Wii U, is because you can play a game that's already been released or that's available on a bunch of other systems? I'm not sure if that's the right way to go as far as that goes. Now, don't get me wrong. I want third-party games on the Nintendo Switch. I do. Trust me, I do. But you need to do it in the right way. Otherwise, you're going to have a Wii U situation to where you have these third-party games and nobody buys them. And that's the thing. And I'm noticing that with some of the people, even in the comment section, I'm asking like, hey, well, did you buy these third-party games on the Wii U? And they say, no, I didn't, but they should have this on Switch. And I'm like, so you didn't even buy the games on the Wii U, but you're saying that they should do this. If Nintendo even had more of them at launch, I'm guarantee you, like I said, Legend of Zelda would have just wiped the floor with them. So I think Nintendo third parties are working together in order to make sure that they release in the right time frames. Make sure it's not released too close to all of what Nintendo's doing. I do feel in the September-ish range, we should be getting more third-party games from these developers. We still have a lot of developers that have been confirmed development on the Nintendo Switch, but have not revealed their games at this point. Like we have Square Enix that's going to have more games. We do have Warner Bros. That's going to have more games as well. Platinum Games is also on there. From Software is also on there as a developer. Activision is also on there and saying that they have more stuff in line for the Nintendo Switch. So guys just need to be a little bit more patient. It's only been out for about a month as far as the Nintendo Switch goes. We should be getting some reveals at E3 and maybe later on, but I've always said this before and I'll say it again, don't expect it to be like a freaking PS4 or anything like that. Even if it sells well into the first year or second year, I wouldn't expect it to have that type of support just because that boat has long passed for Nintendo to get that type of support just based on how much first party content they do and various other things. It's never going to be like that. So I will always stress that. Don't expect some type of PS4 to where you get every single third-party game being released. That's just not going to happen. We're definitely going to get more, especially with the good sales of the system. We're going to see more, but don't expect it to be as much as that. But expect there to be more, especially from the developers that were listed on what Nintendo already stated. Project Sonic 2017 with Sega, and they got more games coming as well. So look at the list, and if you think that, hey, well, there's not any games coming, just look at the list that Nintendo already provided. Look at that. Look at the articles that have already been out there online as far as what third-party developers have had with their dev kits, how they're not even really confirming or announcing anything. They're not allowed to say anything at this point. And just be a little bit patient when it comes to E3 and later in the year, and realize what happened with the Wii U, because that's what Nintendo did. Nintendo listened and said, okay, we really need third-party support from the very beginning. We really need more third-party games. Got all these freaking third-party games and nobody bought them. So that was a problem, and third-party developers did not like that. So do you really think that they're going to repeat the same thing on Nintendo Switch? Of course not. They're going to work with Nintendo in order to plan around their games and do things a little bit differently, especially with the hardware is different from what the PS4 and Xbox One are doing, although much better than the Wii U when it comes to porting over games. Alright guys, so that basically wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did like it. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you ninjas for the next video. Peace.